In today's lesson, we're going to work with geometric constraints. So what we're first going to do is go over to where it says OnShape, and we'll hit my OnShape. Now, I've sent you an email through OnShape, and I shared this activity with you. So what you're going to have to do is go to your email, open up this activity. Once it opens up, you're going to see it pop in here. What you're going to have to do is right-click and select Copy to Workspace. This is going to give you your own copy that you can work on. Otherwise, it will not let you edit it. So once you do that, then you can come back and open up the document. And it'll take a second for it to open. And it says, edit the sketch, then follow the directions. So I'm going to go on the left side. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to select Edit. I'm going to go to my View Cube over here, and I'm going to select Front and flip it right at me. And then we're going to zoom in a little bit and see what it says. So it says, make these lines parallel. So my geometric constraints are right up here. They're right next to the dimension icon. So I need to find the parallel one, and that would be the third one over. So I'm going to click on that and click on my lines, and I'm going to make them parallel. And it will take a second for them to snap in there. And you can see my little cube down here spinning. So it does take a second for it to do it. Take a little bit longer than I thought. There we go. Okay, so we would make these lines parallel. The next one over here says, make these lines perpendicular. So I'm going to come up here and find my perpendicular tab or selection. There it is right there. And I'm going to select the small one, and then I'm going to select the large one. And it is spinning. It does take a second for these to go. And while those are going, I will pan over, and you'll see that they should snap once it stops spinning. Yours will go a little bit faster. And there we go. They're parallel or perpendicular. The next one says, fix the center point of the large circle, then make the other two circles concentric to the large circle. So fix is this little one right here. It's the second from the last. So I'm going to fix the center point. So I'm going to come over here and click on the center point. And what that does is going to lock that center point in place. The next thing I have to do is make the other two circles concentric. So I'm going to come over to the concentric constraint. I'm going to click on concentric. I'm going to click the center of one circle and the center of another circle. And it's going to take a second. And then I will redo it again. I'll click the center of the small one and the center of the large one. And if we pause for a second, you should see those circles all snap one on top of another. And this is taking a little bit longer, I think, probably because I have zoom going on. And there goes one, and the other one should go right after it. And make those two circles concentric. All right, there they go. So if I go down to the next one, it says make the end point of the line coincident with the center of the circle. So that is the very first command. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click on one of the endpoints and the center of the circle. All right, it should go in a second. Still spinning, and I'll slide over the next one while it's going. The next one actually says make one line vertical and make the other horizontal. And there's that one snaps in together over there. So let's go to the vertical constraint, and we'll select this line. And then I'll go up to the horizontal constraint, and I will select that line. And we'll wait a second, and hopefully one will go vertical and one will go horizontal. And while they're doing that, I'm going to slide over a little bit so we can see what the next little command is. And there we go. So that one goes horizontal, and the other one should be going vertical any second. And we'll slide over. There it goes. All right, the next one says, make both circles tangent to the line and then tangent to each other. Okay, so let's go up to the tangent constraint. So let's make both circles tangent to the line. So I'll collect the circle and then the line, and then circle and the line. And you should see the circles snap to the line. And then the last one says make the circles tangent to each other. So I'll go back to my tangent constraint after this stops. There's one. tangent, and I'll grab my two circles and also make them tangent to each other. There we go. And you should see these two circles snap together. So I made the two circles tangent to the lines, and I made the two circles, they should be tangent to each other. All right, and they'll go in a second. And let me get back to my front view. Let's get down here to the last one. And the last one says, make all the lines on the rectangle equal and make the two circles equal in size. So I'm going to go up to my equal constraint, and we'll select this line and that line. We'll make them equal, and we'll see what happens. And then while it's going, I'm going to select that circle and that circle. And we should wait a second, and you should see my rectangle become a square, and you should see my two circles become the same size. Once I stop spinning, equals that and that, and then circle and circle. I apologize, it's going real slow, but I think it's because I have Zoom open and I'm recording at the same time. Equals and equals. Let's just refresh my screen. And wait a second while I'm refreshing my screen. And once my screen refreshes, you should see that everything is all constrained.